A very good afternoon to everyone and welcome to the Lazarus Motor Show. My name is Steven Siegel and I am the host of the show brought to you by the Lazarus Motor Company. So I just want to double check that all of you that are joining up on to the show can hear me and that everything's good. We always do a kind of checkup when we start out the show to make sure that everything's running. Obviously, with regards to the internet connections, from time to time, some of the things do run a little bit awry. So those of you that are out there that are busy watching, make sure you give us a comment. Let's have a look. Hey, Madeleine, great to have you on. Thank you so much for joining. Madeleine is phenomenal with regards to keeping up with everything. Madeleine is head of marketing for the group. It just shows, and this is what I absolutely love about the Lazarus Motor Company, is that they are involved in every aspect of what they're doing and how they're doing it. You'll see that people join on and they interact, and it's all about a family business. And that's why I was so excited to obviously start up with the Lazarus Motor Show. This is season 1 for those of you that have just joined us. Season 1, we're getting to know all about the Lazarus Motor Company, their different brands and dealerships. This week we are starting with, which I'm really excited to do, starting with Lazarus Mazda, a great little dealership. You know, I shouldn't say little, it is a great dealership with great people in it, and I was really excited to obviously be introducing you to them. So just to give you an outlook of the show, those of you that have just joined us for the first time, the show's all about getting to know Lazarus Motor Company and understanding the brands that are behind the company, as well as the people that drive the company forward. Now, you would have seen previous week we did chat, we were working with Lazarus Ford, and we saw the different cars, and then obviously now we've moved on to the Mazda brand, which really is super surprising. I used to have a Mazda 2, absolutely loved the design, and this was a couple of years ago before they actually split. Ford and Mazda split, and Mazda went on its own, and then there was this beautiful new redesign. So I've started learning all about the brand. It's really exciting. I got to meet some of the team, and we've got them going to be joining me up shortly. So that is what it's all about. Those of you that are out there that want to know more about what car to buy, make sure you ask the questions, because this week we are jumping into the CX5, the Mazda CX5. I did the Kera model, which is absolutely phenomenal, top of the range SUV from Mazda, and it was absolutely exquisite. And we'll jump into that a little bit more later. But those of you that are watching, make sure you send us some questions and interact, because that's what the name of the game is. So let's jump into it before I keep talking too much, and I really want you to see this beautiful Mazda car. So we've got the Mazda CX5. I took it for a drive. Have a look at this video right now.
Hi everyone. So we have got the Mazda CX5, the Kera model. It is the top of the range vehicle that I'm driving, and it's absolutely beautiful. So let's start with the outside of the vehicle, because let's be honest, first impressions do count. Now, you would have seen that Mazda has gone through a redesign. Compared to the old Mazdas, the new Mazdas have got this beautiful grille, more aggressive, trendy, luxurious looking, and especially when you move to the back of the vehicle when it is rounded off and shaped beautifully. So definitely a great job with regards to this design. It is more iconic now, and it does stand out. And when you're playing, obviously, you want something that looks great. Then we get into the vehicle. Now, this is where we stick to Mazda's slogan, beauty that you can feel. When you jump into the car, you can see it's well finished off with leather as well as big stitching to really emphasize the luxurious side of things. This vehicle also has some wooden inlays, which is specific to this car. You then look and you'll notice that there is a HUD on this car, which is a heads-up display. I do love them because it keeps your eye on the road. And we're going to be talking about that a little bit later when we jump onto the display system. So there you'll be able to see your speed that you're going, as well as showing you your lane assist, because it does come with a lane assist that it does push you a little bit back if you haven't indicated, or you're falling asleep a little bit. But It's there, it's right in front here. It's at a great angle. Then you move down, obviously, to the instrument cluster. It is an analog instrument cluster, except for the one on the right-hand side, which has got some digital information. Moving down into the controls, you'll see that the indicator controls the light. Moving then onto the steering wheel has got all the functions and buttons that you really need. Everything from a volume control to the info button, as well as your speed control. Then you've got the standard buttons, the cell phone buttons, or the phone buttons, which is pick up a call and put down a call. Then we move on to obviously the next section, which is just below on the right hand side of the car. You will see it has got the iStop off, because the car does come with an on and off switch if you stop at a robot. I mean, it's one of these standard things that's now happening with the more luxurious cars. Then you've got the lane assist on and off, because maybe you don't like it if the car pushes you back into your lane, so you can turn that off. You got TCS off, and obviously you got your park distance control that you can turn on if you really need it. Then you can't help noticing there is a Bose system in here. Now, if you are into your music and you want a car that can play beautiful music, because let's be honest, we sit in our cars most of the time, and it's important to have that. So I absolutely love Bose. It's a brilliant brand, and it sounds phenomenal in this car. So we move on to the center console. The center console, you'll see you've got the LCD screen. It is a touch screen, beautifully laid out. I love the graphics. I think it looks really trendy and suits the vehicle. It is touchscreen, but the minute you start driving, you have to move to the second interactive engagement area, where you'll see you've got a knob that you can turn and obviously scroll through things while you're driving. It's very important to have that, and I love that, because the minute you start taking your eye off the road and touching the screen, we all know what can happen. So they've really thought about the safety of it and putting the shortcut keys as well as interaction keys right here. Driving the CX5 is really graceful, if I can put it in those terms. It's a beautiful sporty look, but it's so smooth, and the steering's really nice and soft. So pulling into parking lots, pulling out is really simple. And then you move on to obviously the power, and having 140 kilowatts as well as 450 Newton meters. When the car needs to go, it can go, and you can overtake. So great drive, beautiful look, beautiful interior. I would give it a great thumbs up. Obviously a phenomenal car, real great value for money as well. For what you're getting, for what you're paying, you're actually getting more than you bargained for. So well done, Mazda. A great car. I'm loving the brand. I can't wait till next week when we feature our next car. Till next time, all the best.
All right, so that there was the Mazda CX5. I had a really interesting and amazing time. You know, when you look at a vehicle and it's just got that beautiful styling, beautiful lines, it just really draws you into it. And once you jump into it, it matches the interior. So that's key for me. But enough about me. Let's chat to Neo. We've got Neo Modikwane on, as well as Ashley Franz. They're going to be joining me now to chat about the Mazda CX5, obviously, and the Mazda brand. So getting to know Lazarus Mazda as best we can. So let's welcome Ashley on. Hi, Ashley. How are you?
Hello,
let's just do this.
Good.
Can you hear me? Good. And now we're going to just bring on to Neo. How are you?
I'm well. You guys?
Jeez, check out the salespeople there. You guys look amazing. Fashionable, trendy. Awesome. Well, it was great meeting you two. And I mean, I love your brand and your dealership. You guys are so close, and it's just really great to be part of, exposing your dealership to everyone out there. So tell me, let's start with Ashley. When did you start with Lazarus Mazda? And tell me a little bit about your journey, obviously leading up to selling cars.
Well, it's actually really strange, because actually my whole family, from my grandparents, are all in the motor trade. So I was a bit of a traitor. Both my parents work for Ford Motor Company. And then after school, obviously, I went and studied at Tux. And then my mom said, well, go do it for a year, and then you can decide if you love it. And I actually fell in love with Mazda. So hence I chose Mazda. And I started there on the 1st of April, 2011. So I'm hitting my 10-year mark next year. So I've been there quite a while.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes,
Awesome.
Company.
Absolutely, and a great team. Now, tell me a little bit more about, obviously, your lead up, obviously, to working with Lazarus Mazda.
Yes, no, I've seen it all. The company in 2004, then I joined because the talk of Mazda and Ford into split. I've experienced that when they around 2008. That was when the dealerships were asked to separate. Can you guys hear me there?
I'm losing you a little bit. Now I can hear you better. Can you hear us?
Hello, Steve?
Yeah, sorry. Can you hear me? Was breaking up a little bit when I was chatting to you.
In 2008.
Oh, we just lost the. All right, Ashley, how are you? Shame, man. It's just a connection issue with regards to it. All right, so what we're going to do is we'll wait till Nell comes back. Tell me a little bit more about what you love about. Oh, let's before we even jump into that. Lazarus Motor Company. Tell me more about working there and the atmosphere. I mean, I've heard obviously we're chatting to the guys from Ford last week. Now I want to just chat obviously to your side and see what your feel is with regards to the Lazarus Motor Company.
Well, it's a very different vibe in the sense of different, I think, compared to different dealerships. We are very much family orientated. We're all friends there. I mean, I know the whole of Ford. Everyone pretty much knows each other. We've all socialized together. So we are very much a family there. And I think that's what Mr. Laz tries to obviously incorporate mostly in our company, is that we are family and we must care about each other and not like, we never talk badly about our brands in Lazarus as a whole. Actually, any other brands for that matter. But yeah, we just all love each other and we're all there for each other. And I feel like we're always helping each other out. So we are very blessed in that sense. And I definitely get that feel, especially when I go on training and see other people from other dealers. I mean, they're not as close as we are, and we're always joking around. I mean, you've been in our showroom with Tronics. And, you know, so
absolutely.
We all have a little clown on our floor, and he's one of them. But yeah, we're all very fun. And I don't know, what I love about Mazda in particular is we're quite a young brand in the sense of, I don't know, Diane, our boss, has kept us all quite young. I don't know why. I think she likes to have
absolutely
stuff, you know. But yeah, Lazarus is a very, very, very special company and very close to my heart. It's the only one I've ever worked for, and that's why I haven't left 10 years later, you know. So yeah.
Perfect. I've got Noah back. He is with us. No, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry.
How are you going there? We missed you, man. We missed you.
Awesome.
It's good to have you back. Awesome.
Same here.
And I said to the people, and I mean, this is what the thing is with the thing is with going live, and we felt it. And those of you that are busy watching, the idea behind live is to be able to deal with real people. We could have pre-recorded this, and then it's not real, it's not live, it's not we can interact and we can engage with everyone. So that's part of the fun of it. All right, now tell me again. I can hear the audio sounds great. When did you start? How did you start with Lazarus Mazda?
I started in 2004. So back then, Mazda, Lazarus Motor Company, wanted to have a change because of then. Remember, the country's been going through transitions, and also companies were requested to make changes. Thus, then we were recruited amongst with the other guys, and then I stuck with them, and then so having to grow within the company. I was selling most of Mazda cars. Remember, Mazda and Ford used to share the floor room. So then, I requested to move with Mazda because of the brand having to, they had great ideas, but then they were still under Ford. And then, but you'll remember that most of Mazda cars were so identical to Ford cars. And there was talk of change, and we could see what was happening internationally as well. So then, as the company, they separated, and as we are right now, we are under Mazda SA, which is solely Mazda directly involved. No Ford there, as we know. It's what transpired, and the great thing is that the great products have been brought through. We have wonderful products with wonderful derivatives of cars. You name them from Mazda 2, Mazda 3, which is a phenomenal car. If you look at it now, if you think back, now Mazda 3 is in a different class now. It's an it's a prestige car.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And now we're into the CX5s, and now where you now talking of family car space. When you think of holiday, when you think of anything to do that is has prestige, then you're talking of a CX5. So yeah, It's been a great journey. It's been a great journey. Nice team, and it's not difficult for us to move out because of the company. It's well positioned, and so we right next to the highway, John Foster off ramp. So there's a lot of traffic coming our way, and also with the clientele as well that we get clientele from different sectors, and therefore a repeat business is what we lean on as well. That's what we rely on, and it's nice to sell, to your old lines, having to trade in their old cars, for new ones. And constantly, that's what, when they come in for service, they see same faces. It's a joy. It's a joyful moment, So yeah, it's been a great journey.
No, absolutely. When I walked into your dealership, and it's the one thing that I've been chatting obviously to Diane about and to you guys about, is that your brand has got so much energy and so much promise, and your sales team is just so close and vibrant, and you guys all know what you want, and the way you approach and how you engage with people is phenomenal. That dealership should be massive. I was expecting, and ever since I jumped into Mazda, I'm going, this car is phenomenal. This brand is unreal. And I can see how you guys all fit perfectly into it. I took some pictures quickly, and I want to show you guys, because I got obviously the Kera model, which is beautiful. Here it is here. We took it for a drive. You'll see the outside, inside, you're going to have a look at it. It's just beautifully, beautifully designed. It's, can I tell you, Mazdas are iconic now from the outside, obviously, but back into the inside, it's just followed through. And then to, power output, everything is there to just, wow you. So, buying the vehicle like this for me is great value. And then the last picture I'm going to show you, because those of you that are busy watching, is, the red that you guys have is just, it's stunning. It's really, really beautiful. And I got to drive it, and every time I stopped, everyone's like, oh, nice car. And that's kind of, it makes you a little bit, you feel good.
Yeah.
So tell me, from your side, and I'll start with Ash with regards to this, the CX5, what sort of cars do you like personally, Ash, if I could ask you? What's your typical car that you really love to drive?
Well, this is why I wanted to do this car, because I drive a CX5. We have the pleasure of driving all our ranges and stuff, but I prefer the CX5 because of the height. You see where I park my car. We can take any curb. But yeah, and I don't have kids yet or anything like that, so I don't necessarily need the space, but I just love the drive, and I enjoy feeling safe on the road. It is a big car. So yeah, I personally would choose the CX5. I love it, it's an amazing car. Simple,
perfect.
But it's very it's lovely.
No, and obviously that translates into a lot of the things. I've spoken to, a lot of people with regards to it, and especially in our roads nowadays, that's sitting up high above almost everyone. And it does give you that feeling of more safety, more secure, that kind of thing. So with the potholes and things we're struggling with. So yeah, it's lovely with that regard, you do feel safe. And what is your car choice if you had to go? I know we're on the CX5, but remember, this is a conversation. So if you prefer, obviously Mazda 2 or whatever, but I'd love to see what sort of car you would obviously be driving if you had a choice.
Well, I do have a choice, and I chose. Oh, you're talking to Naya?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Naya, sorry, no.
Good.
It's okay. That's fine. I've always been a Bakkie guy. Because of mainly, I drive a lot, and the Bakkie gives you ground clearance. You can do so much with it. Because you have weekends that I get busy over the weekends having to carry stuff, and the good thing is that for the guys watching there, they should note that there is a Mazda B250 coming out next year. But then the date hasn't been confirmed yet, and then it's a beauty. It's something to watch for the LDV industry or the competitors out there. So yeah, we're looking forward to have it by our side as the. I mean, one thing is that we are connected to what is happening worldwide, and our clients they normally check on what's happening internationally and on the internet. They can Google it. No country has I mean, Australia most of the time is the first to receive stock. So far they haven't. But then we know what type of a bike it is. But then it's going to be awesome, and something to watch out for, and also for Mazda to put this position back on the bike side. But then one thing is that yes, the with a variety of cars that we've driven in the in the range. The CX5, what I like about it is space, and like you mentioned, ground clearance is there. So you are stuck in traffic, you could see ahead what stopped you. We've got potholes, so you could easily avoid them or go through them without a hassle, unlike driving a sedan. But look, be it as it may, we have awesome cars in our range.
No, absolutely. What I also was impressed with is that, I've driven a couple of cars now and, Mazda packed in, you guys got a heads-up display, which I wasn't expecting. And I'm also driving the Mazda 3 now, but that Mazda CX5, the heads-up display gives you the lane. I do love the lane assist. I don't know about you guys, but every now and then I forget to put on my indicator and you push it and it. I'm going to start with you with regards to this. What are some of the key features that you found that are really great on the CX5? Because for me, that lane assist, obviously, and there's also, obviously, when you're driving in traffic, there's obviously a distance control. Tell me some of those things, some of those gadgets. Well, not gadgets.
Whilst driving. Well, Steph, one thing about this car, before I get into a feature, it has space. It's an SUV with space. Without a question, you don't need to come with your measuring tape to see how much we're talking about. Space is there. Be it at the boot, be it the leg room for the guys sitting at the back. And guess what? The guys sitting in the back, if you're driving with a family, the guys can charge their phones as well at the back. So you're taking a long drive. There you have your USB charging point. And the nice thing as well, when it comes to safety as well, the car, it's 5-star rated. NCA cap is 5-star rated. So when it comes to baby chairs, the ISOFIX is there standard for the baby chairs, and the drive. I mean, the car. One thing about Mazda, unfortunately, if I have to, compared to other competitors, we don't have a section of saying optional extras. The car comes standard with everything. So
I don't think you got the word optional anywhere in your Mazda catalog.
We don't have.
No way.
So therefore, what more? Because of the price you pay, there's nothing additional that we need to put in there, unless they say, most of the time, you get things like tow bar, which is like a smash and grab, the tiny things. I like to tell the client that the steering wheel, it's optional extra,
Yeah. All sold separately. It sounds like a Duracell. What's it called? A Duracell ad. Anyway, but okay, no, absolutely. Talking about that, I mean, I moving on to some of the other features that you would have picked up on that, because I was driving the Akira model. It's Akira. Now, why? I don't know who I should ask this to, but the Akira. I mean, there's different, obviously, models in the CX5. It starts off with an entry level. What's the entry level CX5 that someone could go for? Because obviously the Kira has got everything, but what price? Do you know what the price point is of it? The Kira model. Ash, Ash,
Well, the actives, they start off, the entry level active automatic starts off at 439,900.
Okay.
Basically comes stock standard. Like Naya was saying, our cars it's so difficult to say entry level because they're not really. Our entry level still has auto lights, auto rain sensors. It's got a reverse camera. It's got Apple CarPlay, Apple Android as well. I mean, it's cruise control, Bluetooth, everything's stock standard, and that's on our entry level models. So We're very like,
Yeah.
it's very hard for us to say entry level because our cars are really not. The alloy wheels, 17-inch alloy wheels. So it all depends which one you go for. Then if you jump up to our dynamic, then you get leather seats, electric seats, also fold mirrors, and then the 19-inch alloy. So yeah, there's a lot in our range, but our dynamic's probably our most popular because you pay just a little bit extra. That one's $468,900, and then you get the leather seats, the electric seats, and things like that.
Jeez.
Now
I'm busy now. Quickly. Yeah.
Then above that, you get the 2-liter individual. The 2-liter individual, what it provides, it gives you a touch of top of the range features and features that, you know, it depends on an individual. Things that you can still do without. Whereby like your electronic tailgate, the blind spot monitors that you had mentioned, the lane change departure mode, and then the Bose sound system, the electronic seat for the passenger as well. So therefore, it all has to do with what type of a customer is into it. But then you find that the dynamic, it's a top seller, mainly because of what it provides within that. Therefore, above that, then you get your navigation. It's standard on that. And one thing that I need to mention with regards to whilst on the navigation part is that our cars are standard with the Android Apple CarPlay. So therefore, with the Android CarPlay, you can do as you please. You can connect it when you want to, for if you need mapping on that, and also like it's the latest thing. We have to keep up with technology, you know. So therefore, clients needs to know that we have all of that. And then above the 2-liter is the 2.5, which with the features that I mentioned on the 2-liter individual. Additional is that it's a bigger engine. Then you get a sunroof on it. So the sunroof is there, no 2.5, along with the sunroof on the 2.2 Akira. So that's the lineup of the CX5 model.
Oh, that's beautiful. So I pulled up the website. Obviously, those of you that want to go and check out the website and check out what Laz has to offer, obviously, Lazarus Mazda, just go and have a look there and then click under Lazarus Mazda, and then you can get onto the website and have a look. Geez, now, and Ash, you guys know your stuff superbly well. I'm very impressed with regards to that. I'm just trying to see. I think can you still see me on the screen? Yeah, or not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So with regards to that, I wanted to ask you, so if when someone wants to go and buy a vehicle, what are some of the key features that, like, you know, do you have like a qualifying criteria that when someone walks in, like, let's say, and I'm going to start with Ash with regards to this, are there certain things that you must look at before wanting to buy a vehicle of this kind?
With what regard? What do you?
So, like, if I come in and what are some of the things? So, I mean, I've got a family, 2 kids. What would you say is this car ultimately for? It's for a family, and I know Ash now was saying it's got a lot of space. It's a family vehicle. Am I right? Yeah.
Exactly like Neo was saying, the space aspect of it is probably the biggest thing. I mean, a lot of people, our CX3 is lovely, but I think that's more for a startup family where this can easily fit 2 car seats in it and another person in the back. I mean, it's got lovely space. The boot is phenomenal. It's quite large in that sense. So it's a family vehicle, but it's a leisure vehicle. It's a lovely car to take on holiday. So that's brilliant. What I enjoy about it. I mean, I took one to the Kruger Park and it didn't struggle at all, being even a front wheel drive. So in the 2-liter range. So I didn't struggle at all with it. It drove beautifully. It handled lovely and it was just a pleasure. So I say it's a comfort drive, you know. So yeah, and like Naya said, the space aspect of the CX5 is generally what draws people to our vehicles, and obviously the price.
Yeah, brilliant. Tell me now from your side on the warranty side of things and service plan. So when you're buying a Mazda, what is there a general warranty, or is there certain different warranties from the CX5 to the Mazda 2? Can you tell me more about that?
It's general because of Mazda. It came up with a unique warranty and service plan packages. It gave which nobody in the industry is offering, 3 years unlimited kilometers of both service plan and warranty. So
Wow.
unlimited, it says you're a sales guy, you forever on the road. So therefore, it's easy for you to do, in a period of 8 months, you could do 100,000 Ks. Remember, relax, continue driving, because of the service plan is still covering you unlimited with unlimited Ks there. Unlike being forced to trade it in within 90,000 Ks or 60 years with the other guys. Here we're saying continue driving, you're covered. Warranty is there. So long as you bring your car in for service as regularly, because all of our cars have service reminders, so you can't miss a service as well. So because of we provide, especially on the CX5, it's a family car, so we ask the clients to keep it even longer. So therefore, an extension of a service plan or warranty is there. You can take it for 5 years, 4 years, or 5 years. It's upon you as well as an individual. But then, yeah, unlimited case, it's definitely
That's phenomenal.
a draw card.
Absolutely. Talking about that, I want to jump onto actually with regards to any specials on this vehicle, because since I've seen the car and since I've driven it, I'm absolutely loving it. I'm seeing it all over the road, and obviously people are loving it. Do you have any specials happening at Lazarus Mazda right now that you could share with us?
Yes, so we actually are having some great specials. I mean, especially with this pandemic that's been going on, a lot of people have taken strain in a financial sense. So we're currently running an amazing special that if you buy a CX5 now, you can only start paying next year Feb, which is lovely. Gives you that little break in between to get back on our feet. Yeah. So all you
next
have to
year
do is come and get a CX5, and then you only pay for Feb 2021. Yeah.
Feb. No ways.
How is
that possible? No ways.
We make it possible. We make the impossible possible. That's our slogan.
Oh my goodness, that is absolutely insane. So those of you that are out there, I hope there's going to be some sort of campaign. Anyone that does want to go and check this out, do you have the let's quickly click on how will the people find out? Is there going to be some advertising on it, or do they just contact you guys?
Well, it's on our website. It's all over Facebook. It's all over social media. Okay. We're also running another special that I must tell you about as well. So we call it a package deal. It's taken for 72 months, no deposit required, which is lovely. It has a 35% balloon. And it's an interest rate. So I'm talking about the entry-level one now because they're all different terms. Obviously, T's and C's apply. But this one, for example, is a 6.65% interest rate. And you pay 5.8 a month.
What?
So that's special as well.
That is insane. Here's obviously the payback in 2021. Yes. That is absolutely phenomenal. So those of you that are looking, there it is there. And then obviously Ashley just mentioned the other one. But if you want to get hold of them, I mean, guys, those of you that are watching, I mean, like I was saying, I was driving various different vehicles. Your Mazda range is absolutely phenomenal. I can see why you've got such a hype about it. I'm really excited about it. I'm driving the Mazda 3 now, so we're going to be talking about that next week. But you guys have been phenomenal. I'm going to cut it there if that's okay with you guys. I think if I was anyone listening to the show, I'd be dialing up or clicking on to be able to pay a car next year, 2021, and especially what's happening now. That's phenomenal. So, yeah, no, but otherwise, thank you so much. When you guys, I'll see you on Monday. I'll go and come visit.
Cool stuff. Thanks a lot.
No, thanks so much, Ashley. Awesome. Thanks. No, pleasure. You guys are amazing. Awesome. Thanks so much. Cheers. Bye.
Bye then. Great.
Bye. Cheers. All right, so ladies and gents, that was Lazarus Mazda, 2 amazing salespeople. You know, again, going into Lazarus Motor Company, you just feel that family vibe, and that's what I really like about it. I know some of you that have been watching all the shows, you would have gone and said, you know, Steve, you keep mentioning it, but do yourself a favor, go in there, even if you're not interested in buying a car, just go in and see what it's like. You'll see that the salespeople there are they're there to engage and to help you. And if you're just saying you're looking, they let you look and they'll still help you, which is really, really great. But can I tell you, I don't know about that. To pay off a car or to start paying a car in February 2021, and especially the CX5, and I see that there's another special which we're going to be talking about next week when we jump onto the Mazda 3. That is phenomenal. I don't know another dealership that's doing that. So if you're looking at a car and you want a phenomenal car, a really beautiful car, you're a family person, you like slightly higher cars, safety. I mean, that car also, let me not rule it out, those of you that are watching. it's when you drive that car, it's not just a family car. When you put your foot down, that car has got so much power handling the corners. I mean, the car that I was driving, obviously the Kia model, had only 1,000 Ks on. So I was really concerned about, I've got this old school thing where you have to drive in vehicles 5,000 Ks or whatever. And I spoke to the sales guys and they said, no, go for it. You're supposed to put your foot down, let brake in the car. So I put my foot down and really, put it through its paces a little bit, and it handled beautifully. So it's not just a family car. It's a car that's an all-rounder. It's an SUV, and it's an experience. Let's not say it's a car, and it's an experience when you drive it. So I'm really excited and happy to be joining up with the Mazda guys. They're a phenomenal team. I'm looking forward to more things, definitely with regards to season 2. Those of you that have just joined, it's more this season's all about getting to know the people at Lazarus Motor Company and Lazarus Mazda. And then next, when obviously as things are starting to open up, especially now that it's obviously gone down to level 2, so we can take the vehicles out and have some fun with them and really put them through their paces. But for now, it's getting to know the dealership and what they're about and what makes them tick, and giving you some insights into some of the top vehicles and what you should be looking at when you're going to buy a vehicle. So I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope to see you all next week. It's every 4 p.m. on a Sunday. Get your family and friends to join in, and we'd love to connect with you. Other than that, from me, Steven Siegel, and the Lazarus Motor Company, as well as the Lazarus Motor Show, we hope you have a safe week ahead, and I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, make sure to go and check out laz.co.za to find the best deals around the world right there. All right. Thank you so much. Have a great one. All the best, and we'll chat again soon.